はい、どうもアルミラです。じゃあ続きやっていきましょう。
次は何をするんですか？
じゃあモイラの依頼をやっていこうか。
ここか。おい、開いてんじゃん。探すぞ。こっちかな。
ふん、雑魚か。
ゴーレンかいな。
所詮この世は弱肉強食。強ければ生き、弱ければ死ぬ。次行こうぜ。
これです。ここに来たわけ。
これか。
これいいですよね。
あ、いけんのか。
おじさんほど本気を起こしちゃったね。
やりよったな。
欲しいんだよな。
世界は一応正か。
やりますね。
穴一つしかないから。
なんとか言えよ変態。
よし。
Fiddled with any interesting technology lately?
だけど見せてやるよ。
Harnessing the technology of the past and modifying it for your own purposes? That's just the thing.
俺偉いやろ。
Tell me all about how it worked out.
まあまあ、そう、焦んないで。
必要ねえんだよ。
Well, they're only human. Or, made by humans. Well, probably manufactured by other robots, but you know where I'm going with this. Seems like a good thing to watch for when dealing with tech of any age. And it helps to pack a few pulse grenades, just in case. Here, have a few. Oh, and take my book on science. For some reason, I just can't get into the computer parts. But I've got the rest pretty much memorized.
ありがとうございます。次は何をするんですか？
Books are where the old world kept its knowledge, and libraries are where it kept the books. And there's supposed to be one in Arlington. See if it's still there. And if you can download records from its computer, information dumps like those would be invaluable for rebuilding humanity.
どうして僕をそんなに困らせるんですか？
Great. The library should be in Old Arlington, not far from downtown. See if you can download the archives from its computer. If you can't get those, then even the card catalog would be useful. Any little piece of information could help the book, and thus humanity.
じゃあルンさん、お願いします。来んじゃねえよおい。こっち来いよ。何かな。
おい、開いてんじゃん。
Hold it.
Huh?
This area is under the authority of the Brotherhood of Steel. Leave immediately.
やだよ。
You're awfully brave to be walking around down here by yourself. Are you scavenging the ruins?
10万ドル。
違うだろ。
ほら、免許見せろ。
It seems that we have similar goals in mind. It's rare to meet someone who has proper priorities.
こんなもう。
I am Senior Scribe Yearling, Order of the Word. I have a proposal for you, if you're interested.
それは。
いくら？ためによるで、ためによるで。
I find that to be so with many wastelanders. It may involve money, if you choose, or there may be other forms of compensation.
当たり前やん。
But before you receive any reward at all, you will have to be willing to aid me in my task here in this library.
ああ、いいぜ。
どうしよっかな。金目のもんでももらうかな。
If nothing else, I admire your commitment to your chosen focus.
俺偉いやろ。
But to the point. My task here is to collect the written works of those who came before, in order to supplement the Brotherhood archives.
そう。
Although most of the pre-war books have been destroyed, there are a few that have survived. But finding a book in the ruins is difficult.
無理かわかんないだ
So, return here with any pre-war books that you find, and I will reward you for them. With money, because that's what you like.
好きです。飛んできてよな。
There's my... Is it there? Are there books? Oh, can I go borrow some?
何震えてんだよ。
Really? A whole library's worth of data? Right there? Oh, that's great news. So, what did you find? Tell me about it.
見とけ、見とけよ。
後藤さん、
I suspect
これって
I are
勲
two
章
of
で
the
すよ。
only people who really appreciate its value. Yes. Oh my goodness. When I'm done with this, I'll have to work on copying all of this information. It could take a while, you know.
よろしくお願いします。
Oh, but here's a book of mine and some caps for your research. Think of it as pay for a civilization worth of overdue books.
ありがとうございます。これ終わりですか？
Yes, that concludes our exceptional expert endeavor. I have to admit, I was worried it would go over some people's heads, but it should be fine. For all your hard work, I want you to have this mini nuke. I kept meaning to use it to dig a well, but honestly, it just makes me nervous. Now, I just need to do a few last tweaks, and it'll be ready to print and distribute. Thanks for all the help.
やっぱ中野くんの料理最高やな。
Oh, it's great! Why, with the information here, we'll save hundreds of lives, maybe even thousands. I'll share these with the traders, and soon everyone will know about the Wasteland Survival Guide. But first, here, the very first copy of our book goes to you. I couldn't have done it without you, my Wasteland Survival expert.
War is God.
See ya.
やっと夏が終わったんやな。
なんだそこ。何かがたたってる。なんだあれ、アイスクリーム持ってる。ここはParadise Falls.
Hold it right there. Nobody's allowed into Paradise Falls except on slaver business. And I get to decide what qualifies as slaver business.
君じゃ話にならないから誰か責任者呼んできてくれ。
Are you kidding me? You've never heard of Paradise Falls? What? Are you right out of the vault? Paradise Falls is home to the slavers. Up there we sell the slaves that we capture out in the wastes. So, unless you're either buying or selling, piss off. Yeah, you're not tough enough to survive. At least you can be useful to those of us who are.
入っちゃうよ。平気だから。大丈夫だって安心しろよ。
You wanna look around? Where the hell do you think you are? Stop wasting my time, asshole. We might be able to work something out, but it won't be cheap. If I vouch for you and you go mess up our groove, it's my ass on the line. I think 500 caps should cover it. What do you say?
ぼったくりやろ。
しょうがないな。今懐があったかいからいいけど。
まあええわ。
Thank you. Pleasure doing business with you. Enjoy your visit to Paradise Falls. Friendly warning. Don't act like a jackass. You won't get a second chance.
わかった。
俺は今までお前のわがままを我慢してきたんだ。じゃあ今までの仕返しをたっぷりとさせてもらおうじゃねえか。チラチラ。
ナイス。疲れ。
後ろにいた。
じっとしてないとそのお前の自慢の顔が傷ついちゃうぜ。
こちら側もいいですか？好奇心からまあ見て探すぞ。
焦った。
人がいるとは思わなかったの。動かないで。
おお、びっくりした。
ふざけんじゃねえよな。なんてムカつくのこいつは。
心臓に悪いよ。
悪い子さんですか。
Oh God, mister. You gotta help us. You gotta get us out of here.
まあそう焦んないでよ。
これ明日や。
The fuck you looking at, huh?
この変態戦闘員が
Ain't none of them getting nowhere. Not with them collars on. Asshole should have known better.
何やってんだあいつら。
俺も仲間に入れてくれよ。
そんなことしたらパパに怒られちゃうだろ。お前精神状態おかしいよ。
おめえらやべえよ。
Why, look what we have here. Some fresh meat. Right out of the waste. You just want to go ahead and jump in the pen with the others? Or should I beat you senseless and drag you? I ain't mean. Not by a long shot. You want to see mean? You should have met my daddy. That son of a bitch had cut your legs off just to laugh at you trying to... I saw him do it once, too. Just kept laughing at this poor bastard. After an hour or so, Daddy got bored and crushed his skull with a rock. Think of it. That was pretty funny. Y'all come back.
Hello, I am Ymir. He put water in my vodka to make more caps from me. make the drink weak, try to charge me more. Maybe the next bartender, he won't be so stupid, huh? Does it matter? It only matters where I am, and that is here. I have my boy, my friends, plenty of caps, and strong drink. Why would the past matter when now is so good? Come back when you are... You must be a customer. I do hope Paradise Falls can accommodate your needs. We make no judgments, no assumptions. We understand that it's a harsh world out there, and you do what you must to make it. Now, was there something specific you were interested in? Paradise Falls is here if you... What can I do for you? Well then, you and I are a perfect fit. You want to buy slaves, and I want to sell them. There are some prime specimens out there. Have you had a chance to look them over? A very good eye, my friend. Those little ones are good as a long-term investment. They have their other uses as well, I'm sure. They are most definitely up for sale. For starters, I'm thinking 500 caps each for the little ones. Sammy and Penny, I think their names are. Now the other one, Squirrel, that's a talented kid. 500 would be a crime.
Okay, no.
I'm thinking 1,000 caps for him. Bringing us to a total of 2,000 caps. I can accept that. It's a deal. The kids are yours. I'll have them delivered to the front gate for you. If I may, you might want to keep a close eye on them.
What the hell, mister? We're not going anywhere with you. You don't own us. Rescued? This is a pretty stupid way to rescue anybody, Mungo. Well, no. You better be telling the truth, Mungo, or else we're gonna kill you in your sleep. So if you're serious, let's get moving. Well, I guess that's it. Thanks for getting us out of there, Mungo. We're coming back home now. If you ever come out that way, you stop and say hi. I'll tell Mayor not to shoot you, okay?
おじさんのいや、なんでもない。練習頑張ってくれ。
あれもしかして金払わなくても助けられたのか。手痛い出費だ。まあいいや。
Outsider, you have arrived. Please come closer. I have something of the utmost urgency to speak to you about. Do hurry. He doesn't like to be kept waiting.
じゃあ今度俺の後輩も連れてきて、
なんだ。
お前を回してやるよ。
I'm so glad you're here.
こちらこそ。
It's been a while since anyone's visited us. And he's been waiting for someone like yourself to arrive. If you wouldn't mind following me, I'll bring you right to him.
じゃあよろしくお願いします。
I'm sorry. In my excitement, I got ahead of myself. I'm Tree Father Birch, and I have the great fortune of being leader of his people, the Tree Minders. Beyond that gate is our home, Oasis. Yes, we're the Tree Minders. We're his people. If you'll just follow me inside to the pavilion, all will be explained. Excellent. Please follow me. All will be explained soon.
You are welcome amongst us, outsider.
I can't believe you're here.
緑が。
綺麗だね。どうしました？
やっと違う。
疲れたでしょ。よし、座って座って。
俺の席だ。
違うだろ。
お前らよく見とけや。一番態度悪いって言われてる。一番言われてるから。
民たちよ。
お前は一生俺のものだ。心も体も全てだな。
なんか言いたけ言ってみろ。
そんな目で見ないでくれ。
やめろやめろ。お前らやめろマジで。
You have no idea how overjoyed I am to see you. Normally, outsiders are forbidden inside Oasis, but he has made an exception. No, I suppose you haven't. In fact, few who live outside of Oasis have. Everything you see around you, from the tallest tree to the smallest blade of grass, is a gift from him.
Who is God?
He's no mere God, my friend. He is the one who grows. He is the one who gives. And he is the one who guides. Thanks to him, the tree minders have a home. I would have preferred that he made the introduction, but I understand your hesitation. The Great One is a God tree. A living, breathing, speaking God tree. The tree minders are blessed to have this being watch over us. We care for this place and keep it safe from those who would seek to exploit it. He gives to us, so we give back to him. It's an arrangement that's worked well for almost 2 decades. We shun technology and embrace nature. That's the life of a tree minder. Sadly, the wasteland is a hostile place, and sometimes we're forced to defend ourselves against it. If that means fighting with manufactured weapons, then so be it. Had he not asked to see you, you never would have gotten this close to the gates. Yes, indeed it does. Sorry, I don't speak to outsiders very often, and I tend to get lost in conversation. As you approached Oasis, he said you were coming, and I was sent out to meet you personally with a request. He wishes to meet with you. You'd be the first outsider to do so in a very long time. Yes, person. To meet him, you must undergo the ceremony of purification. Once that's complete, you'll be able to speak to him. Whenever you're ready, we may begin. It's simple, really. You drink the sap from the basin here in the pavilion. The sap will purify your mind and body of anything harmful that could possibly hurt him. I assure you, nothing harmful will happen to you. Very good. Take your place in front of the basin and let's begin.
Live no longer in them, but pass over into places where you harm no one. In the name of his promises, I call this on you. So bear it with you.
And diminishing from day to day. Except where you serve the health and good purposes of mankind, may no trace of you be found.
All this, may he be so good as to grant us, who is to come to judge the living and the dead, and the world by his return.
Soon, you will pass peacefully into sleep outside, and when you awake, you will witness his glory firsthand.
終わりでいいんじゃない？終わりかどうかは私が決める。終わり！閉店！
生きてる！生きてる！目が覚めたか。
あっちかな。
誰か！誰かいる！おしゃべりの木。
あれ？おかしい。
まあそうなことしてよ。
あ、後ろになった。あ、こっちか。
そうですね。
あれ？君、Fallout 1、2で出てきたよね。
Glad to see you're finally awake. I can't believe they made you do that stupid ceremony. They listen when I talk, but they don't hear. You know what I mean? Neither have I. Well, I mean, I talked Herbert, but he never really says anything back. Do you, Herbert? You kept growing around me. Maybe for calling him Herbert all the time. His name's really Bob. I think it's funny when I call him Herbert, though. Well, I suppose you could look at it that way. See, Bob used to ride around on top of my head, sunk his roots right in there, you know. Well, eventually, he got bigger than me, and then I pretty much ended up inside. It was a long time ago. I tend to lose track. I was exploring some sort of a military base with some other people. I think it was called Mariposa. Mariposa. We were pretty deep inside and we found some weird vats of this nasty green goo. Right when we were about to leave, I think we were attacked. Yeah. Last thing I remember before blacking out was something knocking my friend into the stuff. You have no idea how glad I am to hear that. Or we're glad to hear that. Me and Bob. I had you brought in here to ask a very simple favor. Would you please kill me? Oh, no. It wouldn't be murder. You'd be doing me a favor. You see, I've been stuck here for over 2 decades now, rooted right into the ground. The only friends I've got are Bob and those weirdos out there who think I'm a god.
Who is God?
How to put this? I've been feeling rather
少し強めの炭酸が口の中に広がり、美味しいです。
I think Bob's kinda shoved my insides around some. It's hard to tell where everything is, but it's always that way with one's insides, isn't it? Anyway, I believe Bob's carried some of my organs into his root system. I want you to go underground and destroy my heart.
心臓に。
ぶち込んでやるぜ。ちょっと待ってくださいね。
Oh, no, don't worry about them. When you decide to go down there, I'll have a little chat with Birch and the rest of the gang. They usually don't understand a word I say, but I'll make them come around. You will? Oh, you made us so happy. Oh, isn't that right, Bob? Just give me a little time to say goodbye to good old Bob, and then I'll be ready. No. Herbert is the tree. Bob is his real name, but I call him Herbert because I think it's pretty funny. but I'm still in here too. What's left of me? The name's Harold.
じゃあな。おうよ。じゃあレンさんよろしくお願いします。あ、いいっすよ。
何やってんだお前ら。
なんでこのおっさん。
俺も仲間に入れてくれよ。
おーい。
お前らばっか二人でいい思いしてんのよ。
すいません。木下ですけど、まだ時間かかりそうですかね。それは君の錯覚だよ。一番言われてるからな。
何の根性なしだな。
I suggest we speak to the outsider.
それは。
Agreed. Why else would the outsider have been allowed into the room? Perhaps it's a test. I know why you're here, and despite what my wife thinks, I know you'll do what's best for Oasis. After all, he chose you, and he would never want to put us in harm's way.
お前の知識過剰なんじゃねえか。
Oh, he's testing you now. Just like
ダメ
he
みたい。
tested us. He wants to see if your faith is strong by spinning these incredible stories. Who else but a god could produce all of this? Don't worry. You'll soon see things as I do. Yes, I've been pondering that riddle myself for some time now, and I think I know what he's trying to tell us. The Great One's influence is growing, and soon it will break free of the confines of this secluded veil. We can't allow Oasis to call attention to itself like that. It would be the end of him.
終わりかどうかは私が決めること。
You misinterpret his words, my friend. He wants you to extinguish that which seeks to make him vulnerable. If the same sap that you drank to purify yourself could be applied to his heart, it should stop the spread. I can promise you, no harm would come to him. That's all I ask of you, outsider. Nothing more, nothing less.
I love Birch, but sometimes I think he doesn't see the big picture. The spreading of his influence is not a curse. It's a great miracle, a benefit meant for the entire wasteland.
そうだったか
Of course we do. He yearns to share his miracles with the whole world, to give the gift of life back to the dead wasteland. It's upsetting him to no end, but Birch can't see the pain it's causing. But now that you're here, I have a feeling the winds are about to change.
な。俺偉いやろ。
I heard what my husband wanted you to do. What I propose is an alternative. The same person that created the sap also created this liniment. If you can reach his heart, it will assist him in making his influence increase. Instead of centuries, the wasteland will become green in mere decades. Just imagine how glorious that would be.
ああ、もうめちゃくちゃだよ。
心臓の鼓動だ。どうしよっか。
そうですね。
ロゴレルの湿布薬をハロルドの心臓に塗り、ハロルドの成長を促す。樹液を塗り、成長を止める。心臓を破壊する。まあ本人の望む通りにしてやるのが一番だろう。
悲しいかな。心無にしろ。
覚悟決めろ。
The Great One is dead, slain by your hand. Don't worry, I hold no grudge towards you. You'll have to forgive my people at a time like this, outsider. They aren't used to being so lost. And for once, I don't have the words to help them. Before you reached his heart, he imparted his last words to me. He told me about his will to die and how I mistook this for some mystical sign. How could I have been so blind? How could I have misled all these people? Perhaps, if I would have spent more time getting to know him, things would have turned out different.
どんな気持ちや？
Even though the Great One has left us, Our memories of him will never die.
そうだよ。
With Bloomseer Poplar's help, I'm confident we can keep Oasis alive and carry on as Treeminders.
頑張ってください。
Go now, outsider. Go, but never forget the gifts the Great One bestowed upon us.
またお
バラバだ、ハロルド。安らかに。はい、というわけで、じゃあ今回の動画はここで終わりたいと思います。それでは次の動画でお会いしましょう。バイ。